Hello and welcome to I24 News Sports Weekend Edition with some of the best stories we had in our magazine this past week. We begin with rally, and when Sébastien Loeb retired from the WRC circuit a short time ago, it seemed the days of French domination on the gravel roads are over, but there's a new Sébastien in town. Sébastien Ogier is now the leading force in WRC, having won the championship for the past 2 years. He secured the title in the penultimate race of the season in Spain. What did he do in the last race in Wales with the title already in his pocket? That's right, he won again. Samuel Calvo and Daniel Ziri look at this exceptional champion who made sure the Sébastiens are still the men to beat.
Sébastien Ogier showed everyone his talent after a second consecutive victory in the Rally of Great Britain and confirmed that he is the best driver in the world today. Ahead as usual throughout the entire season, he had created a lead 15 days ago in Catalonia and even accumulated enough points to pocket the 2014 World Championship title. The Frenchman driving his Volkswagen had the pole position and nothing stopping him from the beginning to the end of the rally.
It is true that this victory is an extra gift. It's always a good feeling to finish the season with a victory. Plus, it was a really hard race with very tricky conditions. We are glad to have gone through this race, and now we can go on holiday in a good mood.
Behind him was the Finnish Mikko Hirvonen, who participated in his last rally before retirement. This would be a very emotional result for the driver, who emerged victorious from the intense battle for second place. At the wheel of his Ford Fiesta RS, Hirvonen finished elegantly with 26 seconds ahead of Mats Osberg. The Norwegian driving his Citroën DS3 had done well and should not be ashamed of his performance. At only 27 years old, he moved comfortably into the outsider seat for next season. For a long time, Chris Mickey has been in contention for second place, but saw his chance to win get away from him as he slid into the ditch, damaging the tires of his DS3. Holding the lead since the start of the Wales Rally GB, the world champion Sébastien Ogier signs his 8th win of the season. He now joins the circle of greats, becoming a double world champion.
Yes! Saison terminée, elle était longue.
Winter is quickly approaching in the Northern Hemisphere. The ski season is just around the corner, and if you plan on being a ski champion, there's one place you should definitely go to. Michael Friedman with a story of the School for Champions.
For some of the world's greatest ski champions, many started in Stams, Austria. For 50 years, this school trains champions. Specialists in alpine skiing, ski jumping, snowboarding, they all come here in hopes of becoming champions. But the road to glory is always difficult, as the ice enthusiasts train 6 days per week, 6 hours per day, including afternoon workouts. And in addition, they have weekend competitions, and some participants are only 14 years old.
You must give it your all at all competitions and trainings, and be your best, because there are so many people who are as strong as you. You have to work hard every day.
Much is expected of the students, really. They have a very busy schedule. They have little free time when they are at school, but they learn to live with it.
School examinations are suspended in winter due to the busy schedule of training sessions and competitions. Teachers also catch the program at the end of the season. The school welcomes international students from Italy, Switzerland, and even Canada. However, all of the teaching is in German.
It's a great experience to be able to enter the school, and maybe one day the Olympics too.
But the school is very expensive, costing around 8,000 euros per year, not counting all the equipment. But for those who dream of Olympic glory, the challenge is well worth the effort.
The goal is to help young, talented and dedicated to skiing. They offer excellent training and allow them to follow their goals and develop their style. If successful, the student will pocket a graduate secondary and live a rewarding life. If it really goes well, he will also have success in the sport.
But only 1 out of 10 graduate and will become a professional athlete. But with many students already competing internationally, succession is assured.
South Africa has some of the best spots in the world for surfing. The high waves and warm waters make it a perfect place to surf, but it's also a popular destination for sharks. Lethal encounters between sharks and surfers resulted in numerous death cases for both species. A new development now aims to make the waters around Cape Town safe for both sharks and humans.
Surfers love the bays around Cape Town in South Africa, but so do the sharks. The KwaZulu-Natal Sharks Board has made it its mission to ensure humans and the underwater predators can peacefully cohabitate. A 100-metre-long cable with vertical risers that emit a low-frequency electronic field is being tested on the seabed off Glencairn Beach. When they encounter the electric current, sharks should turn away.
Sharks have a special sensor which detects electrical fields in the ocean, and that's what makes it unique from the other animals. So they are the only creatures that will sense this electric field that our cable is generating and feel a little bit of discomfort and move away from the area where the field will be. There is no impact on other sea creatures as they do not have these sensors.
And humans shouldn't feel it either. If they do dive down and touch it, they should only experience a tingle. The testing will last 5 months and be monitored throughout, and surfers will be able to ride the waves with more peace of mind. The predators have killed 13 people in South Africa in the past decade, according to the shark spotters in Cape Town.
Well, I think the sharks are here. We're here before, so we just have to fit in with them. So if it means putting a cable in to help us fit in together, to live in the same place freely, then it's great. I mean, I think they should try it out, and it will, I suppose, have less fear for people who are scared, and then more people will go into the ocean and enjoy the nature.
The electronic field faces numerous challenges: relentless battering by the sea, marine life, and using electricity in water. But if successful, the barrier would be a massive leap forwards from the shark nets on South Africa's east coast, which kill hundreds of other animals, from turtles to dolphins.
This past week featured European qualifiers. Believe it or not, Israel heads Group B, and with a game in hand, the Israeli crowd is used to disappointments from its football team. So many times the high expectations ahead of the qualifiers were smashed once the games began. Not this time. With a beautiful new venue and an electrifying team, the high expectations were finally met as Israel beat Bosnia 3-0. Michael Friedman spent a happy evening in the new Sami Ofer Stadium in the northern Israeli city of Haifa.
It was a night like no other, and the air surrounding the stadium can be compared to a top European city in the world. Israel put themselves on the map as a true football nation after last night's 3-0 win in their brand new Sami Ofer Stadium.
No, it's my first time here. I've heard it's amazing.
The arena gathered around 30,000 passionate supporters from both sides with all the emotions of a huge football match. The fans from Bosnia traveled all the way to the city of Haifa with an army of fans. The loud-sung Bosnians with high hopes for their team soaked in the Israeli air.
It's a special game for us, for our team and everything, and it's for Israelis. And I hope we're gonna win tonight.
The joyful cheering was going back and forth with their country's anthems and team songs, but the Israeli voice is always the loudest at home. The large drums and passionate supporters proved to be the key.
It's amazing. It's so exciting to be here, and I don't know, we can't wait to start the game.
The family fun affair brings everyone together, kicking around outside the stadium and even playing foosball with one another. The Israelis came with their face painted, scarves, and everything here to live the game like a party. There was even a man drawing the blue and white colors on other fans to give his country positive energy.
Of course, I think these cute kids with the moral and the color on the face must make us happy before and also happy after.
Besides the party, the Israelis have the Euro 2016 in mind.
You're going to see 100,000 people in France next summer, or two summers from now.
While the 2016 Euro qualifiers are still underway, the Israeli team and fans have sent a message to the rest of the group and the world that they are a team and a country looking for glory.
And Michael, you were here with us. It looked like so much fun. We heard that guy say, if Israel qualifies, we're going to have 100,000 Israelis there. That's how much we expect ever since Mexico 70, 40-something years. Let's get rolling finally.
Yeah, the people are thinking for the future, and it hasn't been since 1970 that there's been like this same intensity. So hopefully, with the rest of the qualifiers going well, the Israelis will be 100,000 plus in France, next summer.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is a correct figure. Now, I have to ask you, as an Israeli football fan myself, we were used for years and years to the Ramat Gan Stadium, an outdated stadium built back in the 50s. And now you see that when there's a new stadium, good atmosphere, the crowd behaves. The crowd behaves properly according with the stadium.
Yeah, the country's Ramat Gan football stadium is looked at as a national disgrace, and there's not much for the fans. The whole seating, it's not European. It's not any way to bring in fans.
It's one of those Soviet stadiums for those who have not been there, built back in the 50s.
Exactly.
Huge with a track around.
It's not the model that they like in England or Spain or France. So with this stadium, it's designed perfectly for all the fans to get into the field and to be close to the players and really gather in. And it showed that the players actually played for them.
Yeah, and it seemed also the energies moved from the stands straight into the pitch, because Israel was in control of that game right from the start. And this is Bosnia, a better team on paper, a team that was in the World Cup just a few months ago.
I mean, the fans were practically a 12th player just off the pitch. In basketball, you look at the sixth man, all the fans in the court, helping out their teams. So this is the exact same way. All the fans, they were screaming, they were shouting, they were doing the wave. Everything about it was to push their team and push their players to get to the best, and they performed for them, and ultimately showed a absolute phenomenal performance.
And again, saying this, this is a crowd really used to disappointments over the past 46 years, I think, ever since Mexico 70. I have to ask you, though, not everything was perfect. There was some kind of a mix-up with national anthems, I hear.
There was a little bit of a mishap. They decided to put the preview for Bosnia, but with the Israeli national anthem. So everyone in the stands were having a laugh, and no surprise that there's a little bit of a blunder.
It cannot be perfect. It's the Middle East here. Come on.
They're not perfect, but all that mattered was that they were able to win it.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned, you say they won it. You mentioned the team. They have been doing exceptionally well, 9 points from 3 matches. And next is Wales in the same stadium. Israel is first in the group. Wales is second. That can be a game for a top match. And I think if there would have been 50, 60,000 seats, that still would have been a sold out.
I mean, after this last performance, there'll be even more people wanting to come to the next game. And Wales, of course, they're going to want to see Gareth Bale. I mean, it's phenomenal that we have such superstars coming into Israel for us to watch. So, yeah, if there was 40,000 or 50,000 seats in Haifa, I would imagine it would also be filled.
And after Haifa, we should mention 3 days after that Wales game is Belgium and Jerusalem, pretty much the same capacity.
Yep.
We're already hearing the battle of the cities here. Haifa saying we want to host, Jerusalem saying we're the capital, we have to host. Eventually, both stadiums are good if the crowd behaves well. Wales and Belgium, these are two games that can set the group.
I mean, those next 2 games will provide really a lot more for what's to be, because the difference between coming out and taking 1 point or losing one of the games. I mean, both Wales and Belgium are phenomenal squads. So ultimately,
they did a 0-0 this week in Brussels, we should say.
Which means that both teams are going to be very, very looking for that win. And Israel needs to win at home, because going away on the road, it's always more challenging.
And there's still Bosnia away from Israel. Let's remember, yes, Israel beat them 3-0 at home. Very nice. Still have to go to Sarajevo.
And Dzeko could be back, and who knows, a lot of the stars that were missing in this game, they could be back for the next one. So it's very, very important that we win our games at home and ensure.
And obviously the fact that third place goes to playoffs adds a lot of intensity to it.
We don't want to come to third place. We want to be able to win in the first or the second, first or second place. Coming to a playoff match will be a lot more challenging.
You don't know who your rival is.
You never know who you could come out playing.
Exactly. So, obviously, a very nice evening, as we have seen that was in Haifa. Good result for the Israeli team, 3-0. Yes, we like the Israeli team. We hope they qualify to France. We can say that. Michael Friedman, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy yourself just as much when you go to the next match against Wales.
Thank you.
And that's it for us today. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, you can watch this and every other show on our website at i24news.tv. We're also on Facebook and on Twitter. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.